Welcome to the Fife Ice Arena for OnTop 7. We've got two pro fights on the card tonight. I'm Steph Lack, my co-commentator is Callum Hunter. Callum, talk about the pro fights tonight on the card.
The main event is Niall Smith. He's coming over from Northern Ireland, 2-1, and he's coming up our very beloved Craig McIntosh, who is also 2-1. Both guys are going to be trying to get that big win.
And we're in Craig's neck of the woods tonight, not too far from where he's based, so there should be a good crowd here tonight for those two fights. A great undercard of amateur fights as well tonight. OnTop back after almost a 2-year break. We can't wait, don't go anywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for our final bout of this evening's card, which is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds of pro featherweight MMA action. Let me first introduce to you, in the blue corner, he fights out of Heat MMA, Northern Ireland. Please welcome to the ring, Niall Smith!
It's time to get into the pro MMA action here at OnTop 7 at the Fife Ice Arena in Kirkcaldy, Scotland. Our pro bout tonight, Niall Smith against Craig McIntosh, a featherweight 145-pound encounter. Callum, Niall Smith running out of Heat MMA in Northern Ireland, a 2-1 professional making his way to the cage.
Fought some of the biggest shows in Ireland, including Clan Wars, of course. He won't be coming all the way over to Scotland to lose tonight. Similar records, 2-1 at pro, 2-1 at pro for Craig, 2-1 at pro at Niall Smith as well. Be interested to see how he comes out in fights though. We know McIntosh very, very well. Be interested to see what Niall brings to the table.
The commentary team here at OnTop 7 tonight. I'm Steph Lack, I'm joined by Callum Hunter. Our MC is Kim Hamilton.
And of course, if you want to see any of tonight's videos, go on to sharefight.com. They do a tremendous job at coverage and putting up with my banter in between fights. And of course, this is our only pro fight of tonight. Unfortunately, we've had some terrible pullouts in the last minute. It's just an unfortunate part of the game. We were originally scheduled for 4 professional bouts. We're only going ahead with 1. Multiple reasons. Some were illnesses for the pullout. Stuart Graham and Enzo Parenti's fight. Chris Bungard's fight got called when his opponent from England could not make it up. And unfortunately, Paul Craig was scheduled to fight tonight and his opponent collapsed, so we wish the best.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent in the red corner, representing the higher level gym and Dinky Ninja fight team in Bathgate. Please welcome to the ring, Craig McIntosh!
Big love for Craig McIntosh. Yeah, our thoughts are certainly with Paul Craig's opponent from earlier this evening, Mikey McMullen, who was taken away after collapsing backstage. I'm sure he's okay. All the best to him in his recovery.
And Mop is looking very intense tonight. He's raced straight out. He's not taking his time. He's here.
He's got a hell of an entourage with him, hasn't he? Yeah, he's very fortunate to be cage side for most of his fights, both amateur and professional. And yeah, Craig was always going to be a star. A great fighter as an amateur. And he's looking to push on as a pro under the tutelage of Dinky Ninja Fight Team higher level head coach James Doolin, who is in his corner tonight. And his brother, Stevie McIntosh, fought earlier. He is here as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final bout on tonight's OnTop card, and I expect you'll show both support for both fighters the way you have been through the entire night, which is very much appreciated, and why OnTop still remains one of the best promotions around today for MMA in the UK. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you, in the blue corner, fighting out of Heat MMA in Northern Ireland, please to Niall Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are here to promote MMA as a sport, so therefore supporting fighters is the best way to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent in the red corner fights out of the higher level gym and taking into fight team in Bathgate. Please welcome Craig McIntosh.
Mark Goddard of the UFC is our referee for the final and main event of the evening. Cage door is closed. We're about to get underway, Callum. Niall Smith.
Southpaw.
Round one.
Mop, orthodox, slightly taller, comes out, nice side kick to the front and feints up to the top of the head.
Attacking that lead leg with the kicks. It goes up high.
Mop starting very, very quickly, landing some solid kicks. Using his height very, very well. I was speaking to him before the fight, and he was saying that Niall Smith has a very, very brutal and very quick spinning back fist that he'll be looking out for. And using those kicks, using that reach will really pay off, especially will keep those spinning back fists at range. Oh, another big kick there.
Goes up high again for the kick. It's
Niall had,
McIntosh.
had his hand up high. Because Niall's keeping the centre of the ring, looks quite calm in there, doesn't feel like he's panicked or needs to rush. Big kick to the body there, and it's taken cleanly. But Niall Smith doesn't show anything.
Yeah, he's looking pretty focused, Smith. McIntosh looking much lighter on his feet and more nimble. But you're totally right. He's totally keeping the distance, isn't he, with his
Yeah.
with his.
And very wise, especially. And there's a big Superman punch thrown. You see, I think it just caught Mop. When he goes for a big head kick,
And he misses and he gets caught with a jab in payment for it, but no damage done.
I think Mop's right to keep using those side kicks, keep him at range, see what Niall's going to throw. So far, Niall hasn't thrown much to him, and he'll chop him down nice and slowly. Constant little leg kicks, they'll wear over time. Niall's a very disciplined striker. He's not feeling the need to throw in and rush. Not being caught with anything massive, but attrition, a war of attrition will cost him in the long run. Now you can see he's starting to check those kicks, and he goes for a big spinning back.
Fancy attempt there from Niall Smith.
And again, nice oblique kick. Again, Mob, you can definitely tell is doing a good job of keeping his range. Now as he comes in, big shot thrown from Niall Smith.
Trying to keep him in the clinch here as McIntosh get his back up against the cage and do some damage. He drops a knee.
And now he goes for a guillotine, but Niall Smith, you could saw it coming from a while. He's lifted that right arm right over his head. But it looks like he'd be tight. He's putting his hips right into this. Mob really thinks he's got this. Niall Smith's he's trying to push that head back, give himself some space.
And he does really well to escape Niall Smith. Just when it looked like the end was good.
He throws that big back fist.
And he misses and he takes a head kick in payment for it.
Again, Mop showing why using those long kicks, keeping him at bay, will pay off in the long run. Again, throws a big body kick. Big knee, but it's caught well by Niall. And now he drives him up against the cage. Mop again is going for guillotine. Oh, it's a big takedown. He's in guard. He switches for an armbar. And he's now trying to pull for a triangle choke, but I think Niall's too wary to survive this. He goes for a slam.
He's only got 10 seconds to survive. The end of the round is near, I think.
And he works to pass. Big shots he's trying to throw.
I beg your pardon, that was one of the fans hitting the side of the cage. I thought it was the 10.
And now he's going for a heel hook. He's touched it in tight. I don't think he'll be getting it from here. If I was Mop, I'd try and pass it over to his other side, force Niall back onto his back and then go for an inside heel hook, which is a lot more dangerous. You can see Niall's quite happy to stand there. He doesn't feel he's in any trouble. Mop really needs to try and throw him to his back, switch it off to the next side and go for an inside heel hook. Niall himself might go for, he's going for a straight metatarsal lock as well, and that looks pretty brutal.
This is incredible stuff.
Back. 50-50 position here. Mop going for the heel hook. Niall Smith's really wrenching, he's trying to wrench, you can see he's turning with that. He could go for the knee bar, the knee bar's there. This could be very close. And it's close, you can see Niall Smith's up for it. He needs to try and put, Niall Smith really needs to try and kick away the hands of Mop.
Smith looks to be seconds away from tapping, but now
really needs to arch his back, and he's escaped.
Really good stuff.
Very tough stuff from Niall Smith. What an exciting fight this has turned out. Back and forth stuff from both guys.
Just for a second it looked as if Smith was putting his hand up there to tap.
And this is a bad position for Mop. As you can see, his legs are across him, even though he's in half. This is the final 10 seconds of the round. Now could use this to pass in the mount.
Time!
And that is time. A very exciting, very interesting round. Well, you can see, if you see Niall Smith's leg, he just stood up, had a little hop. Those heel hooks, it might not have ended the fight, but that can, again, alongside the kicks that Mop's been throwing, could really start wearing him down. But really interesting stuff from both guys. I think Mop started very, very well, using those leg kicks, keeping him at bay, using the oblique kicks and the side kicks, and coming in with roundhouse kicks.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it was working very well. But when Niall put him up against the cage and started working from top position, Niall looks like a very competent grappler.
From sheerfight.com. You can't remember, write it down, check it out on YouTube.
It'll be interesting to see. At first, Niall was very happy to stay up on his feet.
Seconds out, please.
He never felt like he was taking too much damage when he was up his feet against Mop. So it'll be interesting to see if will he go for the takedown or still be standing.
And you said it earlier on, he didn't come here to lose, did he? He certainly put up a hell of a fight in the first round.
Come on, Mop. Come on, Mop.
And Mop looks like he's put a bit into that, quite a lot into that last round. He looks like the pace has just slowed a bit.
And Smith goes to the spinning back fist, doesn't land, but on the way in he did catch him with a cross.
Big flying knee. And Niall's put him up against the cage. Now definitely looks the fresher. In the first round, Niall Smith was happy to stay in the centre position. Not exactly sure what's gone wrong.
Back to where you were.
And Mark Goddard stopping the fight because there's some rowdy fans at the side.
Yeah, the absolute best of the best when it comes to refereeing. And the fight is back underway, which is what it's all about, the two guys in the cage.
Mop's now working for that underhook. Niall's working to try and pull him down, but from that position it'll be very hard.
Mop's done well there, hasn't he?
If that was Mop, he should try and get his hips out to the side as he's doing there. You can see that the pace of that first round is taking its toll on both fighters. And now Mop's got the back. He's jumped up, got one hook in. Oh, and he goes for a forward roll, almost spiking him in his head. But it's been dangerous. He's given up his back.
That was clumsy, Niall Smith, to get into that position in the first place, and then the kind of attempted drop on the head was ill-advised at best.
And Mop's now trying to work for the rear naked choke. Passes arm triangle choke. It looks very nice and tight, very slick transfer. Going from the back, going for the arm triangle. But Niall Smith, you can tell it's tight. He's fighting it and he's keeping that half guard. It's desperate for Niall Smith. What Mop really needs to try and do is escape his right knee. Come into side control and walk himself around.
Smith straightening his arm out there to try and create a little bit of breathing room.
He passes, and now he's into mount.
He's in mount now, and that's going to make it really horrible for Niall Smith.
And Niall Smith's really trying to bridge out now. Again, You can see it's getting. He's really starting to scramble. Mop's tying up those legs underneath the ball.
Excellent, Niall Smith. Really, this
What
guy
a
will
tough
not
guy.
tap, will he? That knee bar looked brutal enough in round one, and there's nothing less comfortable than being in an arm triangle like that. He's done very, very well, has Smith, but not now.
And now what he's doing is what Niall Smith's done very well is he's come out onto his hips. He's been pushing Mop's knee down, and has now reclaimed a quarter guard. Now it's not the greatest position, but it's certainly better than being in full mount. But Mop does a great job escaping that quarter guard. He's back into top mount. Niall Smith's desperately holding on to a hook, trying to bridge him over. And Mop's doing a good job of not letting his bridges go to waste, not getting tipped over onto his back.
The referee is having to stop the fight again for the same guy being at the cage side.
Guys, once again, do want to remind you
pretty shocking stuff from the fans
and on-top staff and
they're
officials.
not doing anything wrong other than trying to cheer on their fighter, but
otherwise the
they should
referee
know
will
better.
stop the fight, and it will be your fault that your fighter could not finish the fight tonight. Thank you.
And now you can see he's left his arm open, and now Mop's going to try and push down that head, clinch him up and work for a Darce choke. But Niall Smith, he's such a wary guy. Immediately, the minute you think something might be on, again he moves his head right out. Perfect defence, submission defence from Niall Smith. You can see it's much slower pace this time in the second round. The first round was very hectic, very back and forth, and you can tell it's taken a toll on both fighters. Now Smith's working for the
Smith
arm
looking
bar.
up for the armbar. Mop seen it coming, but
Brought his arm out, very safe. He's now working to complete his pass to side control. And now Smith again tries to bridge him out. Almost ending a kind of north-south position here. Now Smith comes up onto his feet, tries to roll. But Mop's very wary of it. He's trying to roll into a triangle there, and now you can see Mop's going to try and work. Oh, he goes for a Peruvian necktie. This could be very tight. But again,
Smith knows just what to do, doesn't he?
It's very good defence, pushing down that head, trying to work his way inside, and it's right at the end of the...
Oh, what a finish to the round, McIntosh. But you've got to hand it to Niall Smith. He knows how to defend submission attempts.
And Mop picks himself up very slowly. You can tell he put a lot into that there. He's very tired. Niall Smith, I'm sure, will be tired himself, but escaping those submissions will have given him a fresh burst, a positive mindset going that he's just escaped. He's still got a lot to say in this. It's a close fight though. I mean, I would give that round to Mop for
Oh yeah,
some of the
that
positions he
Mop's
was in.
definitely Mop's first round. I'm not sure who it goes to. So the third one is all important. Of course, professional bouts fought over 3 5-minute rounds, longer than the bouts that have been happening this evening.
Seconds out, please. Ladies and gentlemen, we move into the third and final round. Of course, having to wait till the end of the night for our pro bout. Please show your support for both fighters.
James Doonan
as
pushing
we move
the paces
into
of Mark
the
Goddard there.
final round. And let's keep the noise going. Round 3.
They touch gloves, good show of sportsmanship. You're right, Mop is definitely slower.
Big shot from Niall Smith.
And that looks dangerous for Mop. He's very tired. He barely moved out of the way of those punches at all.
He goes for a big shot again. He's taking some big shots.
Oh, and he goes to spinning back fist. It sort of lands with a cross and an elbow, a big elbow.
Mop really
dear.
needs to hold on now. Bring him in close. Try and stop space being made, but you can see Niall Smith senses it.
Oh,
He pots a big
hammer fist, and McIntosh is in trouble, Callum.
Niall Smith's doing a great job of sprawling him out. Mop is really tired. He needs to
McIntosh
hold
senses
on.
it, doesn't he? He senses that the win is on here for him.
And now he reclaims guard. Mop really needs to hold on now, get his breath back, get some kind of sense back. But there's space being made. Big shots.
His mouth is
he's
wide
standing
open. His mouth is wide open.
Big shots from Niall Smith.
The referee is going to step in here.
Mop really needs to survive. Tie him up closely. Mark is very close at the moment.
Smith needs to keep at this. He needs to really give it
Big
everything he's
shots.
got. And he's
Oh,
finished him.
what
Now
a
Smith
finish.
has finished Craig
What
Mop McIntosh
impressive-
in the third round.
impressive
And
win.
Mop looked done from the very start of that round, Callum. He came out, he looked exhausted, He barely looked at his opponent in the face. He took
Ladies
one
and gentlemen,
lazy,
once
really
again,
cross.
can I
But I
remind you
think
all
when Smith
that we're
felt
here
how
to show
hard the cross
support
landed
for
and how easy it was to do it,
fighters.
he sensed the win was on. He sensed the victory was on. And a brilliant finish from Niall Smith, who took total advantage of an exhausted opponent.
You can see Mop even here sucking in massive breaths. Very impressive stuff from Niall Smith. He really weathered the storm in the first and the second. As you said, the first thing he comes out, throws a left straight. Of course, he's a southpaw. Follows up with a short right hook. Left straight again, and they both caught. At that point, he sensed that straight away. He was rushing in, started throwing some shots. A big elbow.
Well, I don't know whether we can call this an upset, but the home fighter, I guess it is an upset. But both guys 2-1 record before tonight. 2-2 now for Craig McIntosh, and 3-1 for Niall Smith, who's come over from Northern Ireland. McIntosh back on his feet. He looks stodgy on his feet, but that'll just be him absolutely gutted more than anything else. He'll be devastated. Very, very impressed with Smith, who came out in the third round. Looked just as tired as Mop, but once you sensed that little bit of fortunes going your way, he was all over it. We'll hand over to Kimberly Hamilton, our MC, for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, an absolutely spectacular bout to finish off on top tonight. Please let me hear you make some noise for both Craig and Niall for finishing off the show in utter style for us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, after 1 minute of round 3, your winner in the blue corner, Niall Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for his opponent, representing higher level, Craig McIntosh. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself, Kim Hamilton, our match officials, and OnTop Promotions, you guys have been a great crowd today, and it's been wonderful having you here at the Fife Ice Arena. Don't forget to check out the fights on SureFight.com YouTube channel, and have a safe journey home. Thank you very much. Good night. And of course, a big, massive good luck to our Scottish fighters at UFC on the 18th, and our lucky pal who's going to see them thanks to tonight.
Well, no, I think